Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke. And we have a great topic for today's show, in which it is providers who act like their garbage don't stink. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of what I've been going through lately. And I'll also give you guys some examples on how to deal with these situations if you guys go through similar situations. And so let's get right into this topic. Very recently, um, this provider, this doctor from a local hospital here, in which this provider is not even my doctor, and I'll repeat that again, who's not even my doctor. This provider is the head of the endocrinology department of one of my local one of the local hospitals here. And this provider, this doctor, did 3 illegal acts. Okay? Illegal act number 1. This doctor, again, who is not my endocrinologist. Okay, I have a different endocrinologist over at one of the local hospitals here. This doctor, who's the head of the endocrinology department over at one of the local hospitals, took it upon himself to not even talk to me, not even to talk to my actual endocrinologist, but instead he spoke to a complete stranger about me and my case. Which, by doing that in turn broke the HIPAA law. Okay? Then after this piece of trash of a doctor talked to a complete stranger about me, he then took it upon himself to put me on a completely strange medicine, right? And if I was to have taken that medicine, he would have overdosed me. Okay? He didn't even talk to me about what he was doing. He did not even talk to my actual endocrinologist about what he was doing. He did everything behind everybody's back because he thinks his garbage don't stink. He thought he can get away with everything all the time. So, once I got an email from the hospital stipulating that this piece of trash of a doctor, who's not even my doctor, placed me on a medicine. I looked into this, and I found out that he was putting me on a completely strange medicine. So once I found this information out, I immediately called my actual endocrinologist, who also works at the same hospital as this other piece of trash. And my actual endocrinologist told me to contact my pharmacy and have them put a stop to the prescription of this piece of trash of a doctor. Then she suggested that I tell the pharmacist to not process that script from that piece of trash of a doctor, because my actual endocrinologist did not want me on this medicine. It would have overdosed me. So I listened to my actual medical provider, my actual endocrinologist, and I followed her instructions. And I did exactly what she suggested I do. I contacted my pharmacist and I requested for them to stop the process of the prescription. And my actual endocrinologist, she was horrified. And she actually called this piece of trash of a doctor. She called him up to find out why he did what he did. And here was his answer. He took it upon himself to talk to a complete stranger in wherever other department of the hospital, I don't even know who he spoke to, so hence it's a complete stranger, about me and my case. Okay? Now, once he spoke to this complete stranger of whoever it was, that automatically broke the HIPAA law. Automatically. Then after speaking to this complete stranger, he then took it upon himself. He didn't speak to me. He did not speak to my actual endocrinologist. He took it upon himself to prescribe me this medicine. So my actual endocrinologist was livid. She ripped him a new asshole and said, listen, I'm his doctor, not you. But she was right to do so. She didn't lie. She told the truth. He had no right to do so. And on top of that, he went behind our backs. He didn't even discuss it with me. He didn't even discuss it with her. So, anyways, after all that, I immediately filed my complaint with the administration of the hospital. And then I filed my complaint with the administration of the company that took over the hospital. So that's two different administrations. Okay. Then I contacted the New York State Joint Commission, which funds the local hospital. Then I contacted the patient rep department of the hospital. Then I contacted two different departments within the New York State Department of Health. Here's how it went down. Both of those administrations, from the hospital and the company that took over the hospital, they didn't do shit. They sat on their asses with their thumbs and brains up their asses and didn't do a fucking thing. Okay? New York State Joint Commission, they didn't do a fucking thing. Nothing. One of the departments within the New York State Department of Health didn't do shit. They didn't do shit. So here's the thing. Comes down to this. Two other departments that I contacted. The patient rep department of the hospital and the other department that's within the New York State Department of Health, in which their initials is OPMC, which stands for the Office of Professional Medical Conduct. This particular department only deals with the actual doctors, not the hospital or whatever. Only the doctors, okay? And so, in which that department, that's within the Department of Health, the OPMC, the Office of Professional Medical Conduct, they have the legal right to say to that piece of trash of a doctor, you no longer have a fucking license. And they can do so many other legal things too. I don't know what their limitations are, but they could do a whole bunch of other things. The important thing is this piece of trash of a doctor, who's the head of the endocrinology department over there, needs to be fucking fired. Treat him like a piece of shit that he is, because that's all that he is. He's a piece of trash. He'll never amount to a fucking thing in life. He's up in age. He needs to be fired. Done, did, finished, over with. That's it. Act like a piece of trash. You deserve to be treated like a piece of trash. Now, I got a call today from the patient rep department. Okay, they're actually doing something about it. Now, I have to wait 30 business days to hear a reply back from them about what the action that they will be doing. Which actually brings us to basically sometime at the beginning of December. It's out of my control, right? That's just so, okay, at least they're doing something about it. So, Now, I gave you guys a perfect example, and I gave you guys some suggestions about what to contact if you have a similar situation. Okay, so don't expect miracles, but don't let anybody walk all over you either. You don't be a welcome mat. Nobody's welcome mat. Okay, you don't let people walk all over you. All right. Once they start acting stupid, treat them like they're a piece of shit, because that's all they are. Then that's all they ever will be. That's when you have to. And there's many people who've been telling me, "Oh, don't do nothing. Oh, feel bad." Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Okay. I'm nobody's welcome mat. Okay. I don't go to look for problems, but if you treat me like a piece of shit, if you try to overdose me, I'm going to defend myself. Sometimes you have to step up and defend yourself in life. Okay? You can't be a welcome mat and just let everybody walk all over you all the time. Now, continuing about this piece of trash of a doctor, just a few days ago, I got a call from my pharmacist telling me that he got another prescription from this piece of trash of a doctor for me, stipulating that that piece of trash of a doctor increased one of my medicines, which he had no legal right to do. That doctor, that piece of trash of a doctor, was not the one who prescribed me that medicine to begin with. And I told the pharmacist again to stop the process of that prescription, from that piece of trash of a doctor, and to please not accept anything from that piece of trash ever again. I says, with this particular medicine, the only person that you are allowed to speak to is my actual primary care doctor, who is the one that actually prescribed me that medicine to begin with. I says, if you need, if refills need to be done, if you need to get a script for refills for that medicine for me, contact my primary care doctor only. That's it. End of story. That's it. So, then after that, I contacted my endocrinologist. I told them what this piece of shit did. Again, she was horrified. I also told all these other agencies that I just explained to you. I told them all about it. But again, the two administrations, from the one from the hospital and the one from the company that took over the hospital, didn't do shit. The New York State Joint Commission didn't do shit. One of the departments from the New York State Department of Health didn't do shit. So now there's these two other agencies, the two other departments. The other department from that's within the Department of Health, like I said, the Office of Professional Medical Conduct. Hopefully they're going to do something to this doctor, this piece of trash of a doctor. And I also informed the patient rep department of the hospital. Okay. Oh, and before I forget, everything that this piece of trash of a doctor did and whatever, I also informed my healthcare agency. I forgot to mention that. You contact your health insurance, your healthcare agency, your health insurance agency. If you have a problem with the provider, contact them immediately. So there's actually 3 other departments that are on this case: my health insurance, the patient rep department, and the OPMC, the Office of Professional Medical Conduct. Somebody's got to do something to this piece of shit. Get strict discipline. Army drill sergeant strict discipline. And just so that piece of trash of a doctor tries to lie and say, "Oh, I never did nothing," guess what? I already printed out all the legal documentation, and I sent it to each agency. So that way he'll get caught in any of his lies that he tells. So, like I said, the Office of Professional Medical Conduct is the agency that does actual discipline to any provider, any doctor or whatever. They could take away their license. They can do whatever. Who knows what their limits are? I hope that they rip this doctor, this piece of trash of a doctor. I hope they rip him a fucking new asshole. I do. I truly do. And then I hope he gets fired from the hospital. I hope he loses his license to ever practice. Because this particular piece of trash of a doctor, he's like a fucking 100 years old. I mean, really, time to go. Seriously. So I hope that they rip him a new asshole. And I know my health insurance is going to do something about it. I know that the patient rep department is going to do something about it because they called me up today and they said that I got to wait about 30 business days to hear back from them again about any results about my complaint. And then the only one that I hope that actually does something as well is the OPMC, the Office of Professional Medical Conduct. I hope they step up to the plate and say, listen, you piece of shit of a doctor, we're going to rip you a new fucking asshole. We don't give a shit about your fucking age. Don't give a shit. You act like a piece of shit, we're going to treat you like you're a piece of shit. We're going to take away your license and do whatever else to you. Treat him like a piece of shit that he is, because that's all that he is. That's all that he is. He deserves to be gone, finished. And I hope the hospital fires him, because he needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. That's it. End of story. So anyways, then after that, I was dealing with with an issue with my utility company, in which they made the issue with them. They told me to contact this other agency and to have that agency contact their back office and whatever else. And I'm like, why don't you people fucking contact this other agency? Why do I got to do all the fucking work for? Why? I said, you guys got their information. You contact them. But because it's my account, so I did the right thing. I contacted this other agency and I requested for them to contact the back office of my utility company and to get this situation resolved. So hopefully they're going to do it. Okay. So this is ridiculous. I mean, these providers, they got to step up to the plate and say, listen, whether you're working from home or whatever, you got a fucking job, you stupid piece of shit. Get your fucking brain out of your ass. Pluck it out of your ass and say, I got a job. I got to do my job. I should be contacting whomever if there's an issue, because it's our fuck up that we did, and fix your screw up. Fix your screw up. Listen, we're all human. We all screw up. But as adults, we're responsible to fix what we screw up. Honestly. So now with the utility company, you piss me off good enough, you better not fuck up even that much. Because any teeny tiny little screw up, I'll get every fucking government agency on you, because now you piss me off. You want to act like a piece of shit? I'm going to treat you like you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. And I'll contact every government agency. I'll contact everybody and their mother, every elected official, and rip you guys a new asshole. You won't even want to wake up in the fucking morning. I'll make your lives miserable now because you pissed me off. Or because you didn't want to do your jobs. They could easily contact this agency and requested for them to contact your back office. But no, you made me do all the damn work. So I did what they suggested I do. Now, better watch it. Even that much of a fuck up. That much. I'm going to rip you guys a new asshole. Contact every government agency and every elected official. Rip you guys a new asshole. You did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. I'm not the one that did this wrongful act. You guys did. So because you want me to fix your screw up, watch. That much. So, because I'm nobody's welcome mat. I don't give anybody any room anymore to walk all over me. So, you want to treat me like a piece of trash, I'll treat you like a piece of trash. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And you got no right to cry. You got no right to cry. You can't say, we're still handed. You got a fucking job still, asshole. You get your payroll department works fine. You get your fucking paycheck still as scheduled. So don't give me the crap. You're short-handed, and this and that. All that goes flying out the window. I don't give a rat's ass about that. That's your problem. It's your shit to fix, not mine. So, now it's time for them to do the right thing and step up to the plate, fix their screw up. Listen, we're all human. We all screw up. But as adults, we are responsible to fix our own screw ups. Okay? So if you want to be treated with intelligence and dignity and respect, you have to earn it. You have to start acting like that. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to be treated like a piece of trash because that's the way you'll act. You know, just like the old saying goes, if you want to be treated like an adult, you have to start acting like one first. Plain and simple. And respect is not just given, it is earned. Okay? If you don't earn it, you won't be given it. So, anyways, I wanted to remind all my fans out there about the website that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. And the link to there is awldny.com. And you guys can check out all the products that are on there. And all the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. So I wanted to mention that. And I also wanted to remind all my fans about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. And you guys can check out all the pages that are on there. On the homepage of the website, on the homepage of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you'll see the links to the 2 books that I wrote, in which you guys could check out both of my books. And if you follow those links, you guys can also purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.